At this point, you should have finished working your center, which is here, and the first border. The first border is pretty easy to work because you've already got the stitches on the needle and you're just continuing up. Now in the on the center, when you work the center, we were slipping stitches and we got selvages that look like this. And when we worked the first border, you made yarn overs at the beginning of each row. And so your borders, the selvages, should look like this. And of course that caused the border to grow outward. And so we'll be doing that on all 4 of the other sides, and we'll just create a larger square around the center. What we'll use these yarn over selvages for, after we've made all of the borders, we'll be able to connect the selvages just using these yarn overs. Now the first 2 rows of the border, you still should have slipped the stitches, and the 3rd row, which is the second right side row. But on row 4, that's where you start working the yarn overs. So you're starting the yarn over selvages on a wrong side row, and then you'll be doing them every row. And on the very last row, instead of making that yarn over when you turn to make your return row, you'll slip that stitch, and that way you'll have the same number of yarn overs on each side. And then you'll do the same thing on each border. There'll be 3 more, so you do the same thing there. And that'll give you a nice edge at the top for later on when we're going to attach an edging to these live stitches. And I put them on a pretty long waste yarn so that I can actually see the border and lay it out. Now it looks like a crumpled up mess, but in the final lesson we'll block this and you'll see the whole thing just will come to life. But the next step will be turning the piece upside down and removing the provisional cast on, and you see it just pulls right out. But as you pull those stitches out, you've got to get them onto your needle so you don't lose them. I'm going to turn it around. So you don't want to lose these as you pull out your provisional cast on. And you just stick all of these on your needle and we'll be ready to work in the opposite direction.